Welcome to Lesson 75, Measuring Turns. I love this lesson because it's something that we use so much in referencing where we are, and also it's the beginning of learning about angles and how we measure them. First off, let's talk about how we measure angles. Angles are measured, and they're called degrees. Now, this is not to be mistaken by temperature measurement. In this situation, degrees are a unit for measuring angles. And we have a few measurements that you'll find helpful. If you were standing and you were standing one direction and you went to the other side, and you kept going, you went around, I'm on my chair, went around, and you came all the way back. That full turn measures 360 degrees. So a full turn. Now a full turn of a clock is 360 degrees. If the hour hand goes around, or if you go all the way around, 360 degrees. Our next measurement, let me put my cursor down, is if you did a half turn, and I'll show you where I'm sitting. A half turn, T-U-R-N, if I'm sitting right here and I'm pointing this direction, if I did a half turn, I would go, watch, here we go. And now I'm facing exactly the opposite direction. So I'm going to start it going this way, and I'm going to go a half turn. Notice how I'm turning. And now I'm facing the opposite direction where I started. So a half turn measures, if we were to measure it in those units of in angles, is 180 degrees. There is a saying that when a person makes a turn, I changed my life 180 degrees, means that they were going down a bad path and they made changes, and immediately they're going a totally different direction because of the choices that they made. And so sometimes you'll hear people say, I made 180 degree change. And that means that they went the opposite direction from where they were in their life. That's a little side note. Now, a quarter turn is an angle measuring 90 degrees. So if we were thinking about this as a clock, and this was our angles, a quarter turn would be taking this and going down to this point right here. Which brings up our other thing when we're talking measurements, and we're talking about things that are in direction, we need to talk about clockwise and counterclockwise. When we're talking clockwise, a clockwise turn, we are talking about turning the direction as the movement, the same direction, I've got to look through my notes, the same direction as a movement of a clock's hands. And it looks like this. So if this is clockwise. See my little arrows? That is clockwise. Now, what if you want to go what if you wanted to go this way? Be a rebel and go this way. Sorry, guys. Kind of was crazy. This is called going counterclockwise. This is a counterclockwise turn. And it is the direction opposite as the movement of a clock's hands. So let's do a little teeny bit so that you understand. A full turn. I am going to draw a shape and let's see if this works. Our full turn, you know what? I'm just going to draw, a full turn looks like this. We start at a point and we go all the way around till we get to here. And that is 360 degrees. So it goes all the way around till we get to back to the starting point. And that is 360 degrees. Mrs. Daw. Our next one is a half turn. That is 180 degrees. And it looks something like this. If this is where our angle was, we start here and we turn and we stop right here. And so it is the opposite side of where we began. So boom, 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 boom. And a quarter turn is, here we go. This is where we start. We're right up here and we turn and we go like this. And this is a 90-degree turn. Now you need to understand that as these measurements as they go around, we're measuring it by degrees. So this is 360 degrees all the way around. So if we only go part of the way, we're at 90 degrees. If we go halfway, we're 100 degrees. Let's look at one of these examples. Marina and Irina were facing north. So they're pointing this towards north. Maria turned 90 degrees clockwise. And Irina turns 270 degrees counterclockwise. After turning, in which direction were the girls facing? So I'm going to have Irina facing this way, and she's turning 90 degrees clockwise. So she's starting here, her body is starting here, and she's turning it this way. And she will be facing, she's facing north. She will be facing east. So Maria, or whatever you want to call her, she is facing east. Now, gets a little bit trickier. We have Irina. She's facing north, and she's going counterclockwise, and she's going 270 degrees. So if we were to look at this around our compass rose, she would be going, here is 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and then 270 degrees. And she would stop. And where is she facing now? She is facing, Irina is facing east as well. Only she went the opposite direction. What I'd like you to do is take, and we will do the practice, but I also want you to do it while you're, if you can, while you're standing. Irina faces east as well. We're going to stop there. Join me at the practice set.